Before we begin this video, I would like to shout out a friend of mine in fanfiction, Misty Shadow. They've made some incredible essays on DeviantArt defending the G5 characters, and right now, they are in the process of turning one of their stories, Pip the Poltergeist, into a full-on comic. They have the line art done, and they're regularly updating me on the process. Now this is huge because I think G5 deserves some actual narrative comics, don't you? Not just short little fan comic dubs for the lulz, but, you know, actual fan comics, like real stories. This is revolutionary for our community in bringing back that old brony spirit. And I just wanted to give a quick mention of their indomitable dedication to this project. If you want to donate, the link to Misty Shadow's Patreon will be in the description. With that being said, let's get on to the episode review. Woohoo! Oh no. Hello everybody, my name is Hawk Nightwing, the most... You know what? I don't have the imagination for this. No intro, no nothing, I'm just gonna cut to the chase because that's the treatment this episode truly deserves. It is not good. It's really not. Tiny Trot is just so boring and uninspired that it's kinda comical. There were a couple things I liked in here, but overall, this is another blatant misfire. And I really hate saying this. I adore Season 2 of Tired Tale, particularly its incredible writing. But this? Literally everything about this episode is so bland and uninteresting. First of all, there's the premise in which, we're really doing this again? This is the third time! Essentially our new main six are at the board, Trot. Yes, again. And they chase Sparky and a swarm of critters through the small portal to the titular Tiny Trot. Our characters are turned into babies, again, and they must compete in this little game to win the golden pacifier from Dazzlefeather. I don't think it's a stretch to say that I'm frankly tired of some convenient plot device turning Sunny and Cone to babies. They did it once, and then they did it again. Look, I'm perfectly fine with repeat premises, as long as there's something deeper underneath the surface that makes it stand out from its predecessor. There's nothing here that makes this episode stand out, aside from maybe the occasional Hitch and Sparky bonding moments. What is meant to be conveyed from those scenes? The reason why Nightmare Market worked despite its rehashy premise was because there was a deeper meaning beneath the surface, like Alfred worrying about Misty and having flashbacks when she was a filly. There was something emotionally powerful to offset the fact that the premise was a rehash, and I loved the episode for that. It knew it was using a pre-existing idea and successfully compensated for that fact by injecting a ton of heart into its story. It was by all intents and purposes a full-on character study for Alphabettle. This? I mean, what's the emotional core here? Nothing? Okay. The only difference here is that our characters are aware that they've been turned into babies, and retain their adult mannerisms, but that's not saying much. It's hardly conveyed any differently than how it normally is, other than more ponies are here, I guess. Outside of the third act and Sunny's baby cutie mark speech, there really wasn't much in terms of creativity. This whole episode was just mindless baby hijinks, and I really thought we were past that stage in this show. There's nothing to analyze, nothing to study and decode, nothing. And it's especially egregious because with this episode and the last one, I'm starting to see public opinion shift even further against Tired Tale. And here I am having to essentially act like some corporate PR manager, stepping in and saying, don't worry, I know this episode wasn't good, but you shouldn't drag the whole show down because of it. It'll bounce back, I promise. I sound completely delusional. Maybe if this episode was good, I'd have more of a case. But this episode has nothing. It is nothing. It pains me to bash on this show because I know it can do phenomenal things 95% of the time when it wants to. Season 2 has really raised the bar for great and peak storytelling in Tired Tale. So when I see an episode with hardly anything to offer, I just feel pain. And while there are certainly things I liked, they weren't enough to offset an episode that I mostly came out of just bored. It's still better than Heavy Fruit Crown, but then again a piece of grass is, so make of that what you will. What can I say except, I think this season needs a miracle save fast before public perception implodes and we're back to square one. I still adore G5 and I always will. 2 episodes is enough to ruin it for me, and every show has its ups and downs naturally. But it does deserve better than this episode. Maybe this kind of writing was acceptable back during Season 1, when it was solely meant to coast off of Make Your Mark success and be a wacky supplement to that show, but at the age where it's now the one and only pwnable content, and the sole series carrying G5's narrative, it needs better quality storytelling than this. There are so many richer stories we can be telling with these characters than just babies again. Hopefully we get a better episode next time, because this ain't it, Chief. I feel like I'm becoming a negative Nancy with 3 negative reviews in a row, and I really don't like it. And after seeing this, I definitely owe Hall of Mirrors an apology. And now, with 2 disappointing episodes in the can, I just want the next special to be good so I can feel something. Anything. Please let it be phenomenal. I miss praising and defending G5. Can we get back to that, please? But, what do you guys think of this episode? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. I know I was very mean in this review, but as always, your opinions are worth more than mine, so if you enjoyed the episode, all power to you. Good on you for enjoying something I don't, genuinely. If you are new here and you want to see more, then feel free to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel to be updated on future content. We analysts appear to be a dying breed in the community, as mindless hate videos are all the rage, so your contributions make a huge difference in helping me grow. Until next time, this is Hawk Nightwing signing out. Hoof to heart.